It's a great ethos as well of like, if it doesn't work, it's okay. Let's just try. Let's experiment. Let's kick the dust up, see what lands, and then learn and move on. And yeah, that didn't work. But if the intention's right, that's okay. And if people feel safe to experiment and try and fail, then that's great.
The Magic Hat as an org started in 2015 with Duncan Fairbrother and Jess Miller. They were two people who kind of came together over this idea of food waste and what was happening regionally with that.
I've been working for the Magic Hat for a little over a year now. My role here is to collect food from various supermarkets. We collect from Amazon once a week. You've caught us on an Amazon day. This is the sort of amount of food waste that Amazon put out on a weekly basis almost. We also collect from little supermarkets, recently some Tesco's and Waitrose a few times a week. We move a lot of food here. It constantly surprises me just how much food there is to be got rid of in that respect.
We settled for a while in Bagger Community Centre. Unfortunately that closed down, and so we lost that, but at the time we were applying for funding to get our own space and make sure that the space was community focused with food waste in mind. So we managed to get this place that used to be a bookshop, and we put in the kitchen, and we use it now as a space on Thursdays to Sundays as a cafe.
Today is the first day, so we don't generally know what we're going to get until about, what time is it now? I mean, 11:30. So we have a little idea in the morning, get here early and see what we have, write as much of a menu as we can, what we have, just to get us to the first day. And then from then on we see what Santa brings, and then write a menu for there, because we've got the rest of the days, and we've got a Friday night, so the Friday night is a bit more refined, so we spend a bit more time on that. I'll go home tonight, Mike will go home tonight, and we'll write it for then, and just try and make it a bit, it's more of an event, I guess, on a Friday night when people are coming. So, and then the rest of the week it's just trying to soldier on and make as much beautiful things as we can.
Throughout the week, the space is used for community groups that need it the most. So we're a not-for-profit, and the money that we make through the cafe being open and also doing external events and catering then goes back into making sure that communities can gather in a safe space and learn something about food, or not necessarily that. We have 3 times a week we have refugees come in and learn English, and they obviously use the space and the facilities for free. So we try and promote community work in any way that we can, using this new funded space.
So my job is to look at how we can bring together the space, which is an independent new space, a new venue in the city, and work with a whole range of different people and co-create things together individually and also in different sectors, to look at how we use food as a connector and how we use the space as a place where people can feel that they can belong, and also they can have creative or political or community conversations about our city. So it's building momentum at the moment. So that's one area of it. So we're going to be looking at dinner and debate nights and bringing people together. We're also running a workshop program for our volunteers or new people who want to volunteer. So that's bringing people together who want to give their time and or give their specialism as well. So we've got people who are keen IT experts who might work with us on the side of developing the app that Jess is working on with Northumbria University in terms of logistics and distribution of food waste. We're also looking at how we bring people together to look at foraging and zero waste cooking, barista training, and also a huge emphasis on recipe exchange and intercultural and intergenerational collaboration. And so we have a volunteer program that we say is open to us from 16 to 116, and those people will also start to program and populate our events as well.
Yeah, it's just all kind of part of the experience. We try and get people involved from all walks of life, all ages. So we have volunteers that join who just want some company and want a chat. We have students that want experience, and we have people who are interested in our cause. So it's all, everyone gets involved, and it's just a great community and family.
And how many volunteers do you have?
So from day to day, we have about 2 or 3 front of house, and potentially 2 or 3 in the kitchen as well. But overall, we have around 50 volunteers that come in and out of the cafe all at once. Yeah, so with our pay-as-you-feel system, we have members of the public or our customers sign up as a way of payment as well. So, for example, last Saturday we had about 4 people sign up for coming to work as a way of payment for the meals that they had over the weekend.
So when we began the Magic Hat, we always ran on a pay-as-you-feel basis to make it as accessible as possible for any community that needed to use our facilities to enjoy a good meal and also to talk with other people and share ideas and stories. When we moved into this space, we've kept the pay-as-you-feel for Saturdays and Sundays on all food. So this means that it's accessible for everyone and anyone can use the space and interact with other people in a good way, positive way. And we also always have, from Thursday to Sunday, a pay-as-you-feel market, like the one behind me. We just top that up when needed with any produce that we have that might not necessarily be used for the kitchen, or go to the food banks as well, because we support food banks within the local area and beyond. So yeah, the pay-as-you-feel system works really well because we have people that pay the weekday prices, which again are really accessible and affordable, but also if they pay a little more, that money is then helping to pay it forward for someone else who maybe can't pay as much because of their circumstance. Also, if people pay more money than the usual weekday price, it means that we can then go into schools as part of our Eat Smart campaign and educate children and people within those schools about food waste, which is a huge problem within primary and secondary schools. And also using that money, we get to hire the right people to change local and national legislations regarding food waste. So everything that we make goes back into fighting food waste.
So it's fusing, I guess, curating all of the incredible community of people who are attached to Magic Hat in the past and in the present, and then looking ahead into the future of 2022, and then building something that feels like it represents all of those people culturally, all of those people from an access point of view, and going on a journey together to fight food waste and make spaces for civic connection, civic discourse, and find new ways to build a better approach to being human. That's a big task, isn't it?